Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Fighting Irish, South Bend, Indiana, beneath the Golden Dome and Notre Dame Stadium. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the LSU Tigers, taking on the 5th-ranked team in the land, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Put a foot to it for the opening kickoff. He'll bring it back looking for help. The coverage team maintains its discipline, not much doing on that return. On the run, it's Bob. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Defense is about seeing it and pulling the trigger. And you could tell they pull the trigger so fast, get to the back, get him on the ground quickly.
Skips away from pressure. Going to try to get it himself. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these...
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
Man, you talk all week about setting the tone, quieting this crowd. Don't let them get involved. You know how you do that? Get a sack and force a punt on the first possession of the football game. That's a heck of a start for this defense.
They are backing up their pregame words. Their first drive of the game, 4th down in their own end, and they're going for it. And the incomplete pass turns it over in their own end.
Well, I knew the coach was confident in his offense. I did not know he was that confident this early in the game. 4th and long. I thought he'd just punt that one away and let his defense take the field.
He's going for the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers! Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And with that kickoff going out of bounds, they will get great field position to start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Out of the gun, the give to the back. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
And some room to work. He's loose. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work, too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the second level and get on those DBs, that's when you break those big, long runs.
Motion from the wideout. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Grabbed over the middle. It's locked. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man. Oh, he's got some space. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry.
And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Rides the back on the option, the give. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Back to pass, it's Nussmeier. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Fires left. Got his man. Still running at the 40. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has his offense on the move. The Tigers with the 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
That's caught. It's Anderson. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line.
I'll tell you, for this defense, they're going to have to find a way to bracket this slot receiver because of how athletic he is. They're going to need to make sure they've got linebackers and DBs surrounding this guy at all times.
Wants to throw again. He hurls one deep down the left side. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
The Tigers had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout. Just outside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 21. Might be changing the route. Looking downfield, it's Nussmeier. Gets it out fast. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, 2nd down coming. And he was looking into the end zone, but it's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Serious arm strength on that 3rd down pass, but it's incomplete. LSU quick to the line. The defense calls the timeout. Their 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together. Fourth down, and this crowd is making it miserable on this offense. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's got it on the run. Goes out of bounds, but they'll be set up with a 1st and goal.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the art and talent on the throw.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good game, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
3rd and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. On the ground, going for the 1st down with the give to the tight end. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground, take the lead going into the half, take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Going right to work up top. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Makes the grab on the left side. Ridden out of bounds at the 45. A big play for this offense. That big explosive play carries them into plus territory. They'll snap it 1st and 10 from just across the 50. Got it in the middle, it's Bob. At the 35, he's open. Inside the 25, stopped at the 24. Clock will stop to move the chains.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24. 1st down. Handoff from the gun. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Notre Dame right back to the line. Wants to fire on 2nd down. He wants it all. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Got some room. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Texas Longhorns, taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. LSU ready to kick it away to get things started. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room. To be found as he stopped at the 23. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. The give to the back. And that's the way they'll start, and they hope it gets better. No gain.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Looking downfield, it's Manning. Finds his big tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Second down, he'll throw it. The sure hands, it's Gibson. And this one will be stopped for no gain. The Longhorns in the hurry-up. Wants to throw again. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on 4th down. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work.
Hey, you come out early in the game, you're trying to send a message to your team that you're confident, you believe in them to convert these 4th downs. You didn't get that one, but don't let it be a detriment moving forward. If you
open spaces. They make the stop at the 41, but it's a 15-yard pickup, and they're rolling with a first down. How about that tough, hard-nosed run running. Rich legacy of that at LSU. Reminds me of Charles Alexander.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I was a part of that legacy, Reese, on the other side when Justin Vincent rushed for over 200 yards in the SEC Championship game, and that's what you see LSU. That's what I've always thought of watching them growing up, and you watch the way they run their offense. Usually, it starts with the physicality in the ground game.
He might want another play. Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. Unleashes one deep. Touchdown LSU! They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. Dave, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. First play of the drive wants to throw. Sets up the screen. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Get it out on the screen. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Looking for a man. It's Manning. Makes the catch. He'll make a play on 3rd down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. The Longhorns moving quickly to the line. Looking to throw on 1st down. He's got the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
I'll tell you, when you've got a tight end like this, it makes it a lot easier calling pass plays on 1st down, even if the defense is in zone coverage. He did a really good job there, working his leverage, finding the soft spot, and making it an easy completion.
From the gun, give on the inside.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the 1st down.
The Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. To the air on 1st down. Pocket breaking down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions, from go to 1 to 2, and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge 3rd down coming up. They'll try to get it through the air. And they can't make the play on 3rd down.
Well, 3rd and short, I think the offense was probably expecting blitz. That's why they dialed up the screen, but it did not fool the defense. Great job defending the screen, setting up 4th.
Despite failing earlier on 4th down, they will try again here. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
That is such a big play for the offense. A lot of these fourth down pass plays are just designed to pick up the first. They get even more. They get an explosive play, and that has got to be huge for the offense's confidence.
Touchdown, Texas! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity.
And they cap off the drive with a touchdown throwing the football. In the last play, they got the explosive. They get right back to the line of scrimmage and dial up another one. Great work by the quarterback and his target being on the same page. These last two plays, throwing the football, man, it doesn't get any better than that.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Turner. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. To the air, it's Nussmeier. He rifles one deep down the right side.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
So now it's 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Makes the grab. It's Rotkin. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Makes the grab on the big throw. How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one? Looking for space. It's Durham. He's inside the 10. Open space at the 25. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 of the 11. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. And the Tigers, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Wants to throw on 1st down. He's got it on the move. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. He almost popped out of there for a huge return, but they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery.
And that's a great job by this defense, limiting the yards after catch. We know guys are going to get the football in their hands, and he gets the ball out quick, gets it to him. Nice job running to the football. When you chase the football, man, a lot of good things happen. That ball pops out, you recover it, a forced turnover.
He gets it down to the 30-yard line, and time is running short here in the first half. And the Longhorns want to move quickly. Back to throw, it's Manning. Quickly complete. And they bring him down quickly, but a good gain there. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather.
A really nice job by the quarterback, putting some extra heat on that throw. As a defensive back, I'm going to drive to that curl, try to get there really quick to try to break up the pass, but when the QB puts it that hard on the money with that much accuracy, really hard route to defend.
It's a 1st down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. They're working that left side. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
And the Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got him downfield. There he goes. He's forced out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4, and they save the touchdown, at least for now.
This guy already has a touchdown. He almost had his 2nd right there. You saw how good he is after he has the ball in his hands. Great job by the quarterback. A, finding him, B, getting it to him quickly, and then his speed and his God-given ability.
Touchdown, Longhorns! They wanted to finish, and that they possession.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
From the gun, he'll try to throw. He's got it in the end zone. Two-point conversion is good. The lead is 8. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He wants to change this route. Looking to pass. It's Nussmeier. He lofts it high and deep down the left side.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
They'll go back to the air on second down. Here comes the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And that's a really good job by this defense. Complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Wide open downfield. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking downfield on first down. Starting to feel a little pressure. Short throw to the sideline. Complete. He steps out of bounds with the first down.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
Wants to go up top on first down. He uncorks a bullet to the right. Goes toward the end zone. Picked off right at the goal line. The Longhorns will line up to kick off and start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To throw, it's Nussmeier. Here's a heat. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Oh, the fumble and the defense got it. They knocked him down after the takeaway and a big play for this defense. Fans are bringing the noise on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Texas! And they add 6 more. Welcome to Caesars Superdome, home of the Saints here in New Orleans. As we'll see, the number 12 team in the country, the South Carolina Gamecocks, taking on the 22nd ranked team in the land, the Tennessee Volunteers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Kickoff team out there ready to tee it up in this bowl game. He'll bring it out. It's Bishop. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably... Second guessing that return. Two running backs alongside the quarterback. Coming out on first down with the play fake. They get to him as he throws. It's caught downfield. They finally get him on the ground, and he's got an explosive play for the first down.
That's a pretty impressive throw, man. That's given me Peyton Manning to Peerless Price memories back when I was watching them, playing against them in college. That was a thing of beauty right there. There's a nice chemistry that this quarterback has with his group of wide receivers, and you see that in the timing of these throws.
And a nice solid pickup up there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Might be calling a hot route. To the air, it's Aguilar. He fires to the left side. He's got it along the sideline. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. A first down run in the red zone. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Give to the big fullback. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Tennessee.
And they talked about it this week with us. They talked about wanting to start this football game fast. Nothing like taking the opening possession, using your script to your advantage, and then getting closer and exerting your physicality, running the football in, off to a hot start for this offense.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. He'll start this drive firing. Buys a little time. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Got a man, it's Dingle. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28.
Not wasting any time. You just watch the opponent go down on their first drive and score a touchdown. So right away, you're aggressive. You're throwing the football on your first play of the game, and you're getting a nice completion. Really nice job.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. And the Gamecocks can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to throw, it's Sellers. Keeps looking downfield. And he'll just get rid of that one.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
The Gamecocks are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. And there were some collisions in there. The D finally stops him short of the marker. And the offense stays on the field on 4th and 1. I'm not sure they're just trying to make the defense jump. I believe they think they can get it. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
And this offense chooses to be aggressive. Listen, once you start getting to midfield, you see most offenses be aggressive, and they took their chance, and they failed now. Early in the game, a chance to create momentum, to swing back to the other side of the football field.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback may change this route.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Tennessee 7, South Carolina 0.
Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. They feed him again. Gets it past the first down mark, still running. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring.
Turning it on! Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down. The Volunteers want to crank the tempo. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Runs through a tackle. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
And as an offensive coordinator, you don't need the perfect play with this guy as your running back. He's going to make the play perfect for you because he makes everybody miss. Spin moves, hurdles, stiff arms, speed.
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Volunteers! Effective offense, leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, way to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. A very efficient 5-way scoring drive. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well to not give back that last score. And he takes this from inside the 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Back to throw, it's Sellers. Now he's going to break the pocket. Snagged in the middle, it's Dingle. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. That last play is what you call a drive starter. They're out to the 47. It's first down. Looking to throw on first down. Got out of trouble and throws. Catch in the middle. It's Harvard. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running, and chew up some yards after the catch.
Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a first and goal. And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on second and goal from the 6. He has kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. As they come to the line, they've moved it, but they need one more yard on third down. Trying to bully their way in. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Fourth down and goal from the 3. The playbook is pretty much wide open here. Looking to throw, it's Sellers. Floating away. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, South Carolina!
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, touching it in with the run game. And here's the thing, I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Snatches it on the run. Here he goes. Touchdown ball. And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching him.
Man, that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing them go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch, and he does it in a big moment here in this game.
So the kickoff team will come out after they turn in a score on that last drive. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Unleashes one. Gonna throw it to the right. He's got his man. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
It's way too early in the game to say this is a must score. But, man, you've dug yourself an early hole. And this offense needs to capitalize. You're not getting the football after the half, so create some momentum now while you can.
To the air, it's Sellers. Using the quick game.
Yeah, and I tell you what, when you stick these fast suckers in the slot, they don't have to be big. But you get those guys that are so quick in the slot, they can get great matchups, and I can get the ball to them quick because they're such dynamic playmakers.
Gonna take a shot on second and short. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the first down.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball's going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second. Try to freeze defenders with your eyes and then throw the ball into open areas of the field. Anticipate.
Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive.
Have you ever met a wide receiver that isn't always open? They always want the football. They got so much confidence. QB rolling outside the pocket, trying to make a play. Receivers had an opportunity maybe to make a play, but you know what?
Snags it on the right. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. This will likely be the last play of the half. To the air on first down. Pressure coming. Pass ball's incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. He rifles one deep down the middle. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Tennessee!
And I love this offense, man. Staying aggressive. Just because you got the lead, you know people can score points in bunches. This offense keeps the foot on the accelerator, scores again on the final play. Now this offense has even more of a cushion going into halftime.
And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7.
That makes the score Tennessee 28, South Carolina.
The Vols will kick it off to start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's on the loose. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
What a way to seize momentum here. You start the second half, you take the first kick back to the house. Great blocking and an awesome job in the open field, making people miss and showing you the speed on that return. Wow.
And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14.
Tennessee 28, South Carolina 14.
Fair catch, called for and made. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Trying to set the tone with the run. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. The balls come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. The give out of the gun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Scanning the field, it's Aguilar. Caught over the middle, it's Matthews. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. And the Volunteers come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Well, not down in distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. From the gun, the ground game. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. The Volunteers are moving quickly down the field. Power football with the run. It's a seam wide open. It's a running room. And how much running room have they been able to find just all day? They are piling up unbelievable rushing stats. They're going to ride this running back. Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
28, South Carolina, 14.
So we open the final period with a third down play. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. Going the other way, and he's got room. The 30, the 20. Touchdown, Gamecocks. What a great play. What a huge moment for this defense.
Oh, they could not have come up with a bigger play at a more opportune time. The defense getting the interception and taking it back to the house right at a point in the game when it looked like the offense was maybe going to pad their lead and seal this one. All of a sudden, this game has gotten really interesting.
And the extra point cuts the lead to 7, 28-21. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. And a special teams miscue as the kickoff goes out of bounds. We'll see if they go into a 4-minute offense, try to bleed the clock, or will they stay aggressive with a couple of minutes to play? You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. Dropping back, it's Aguilar. Grabbed in the middle, it's Matthews. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. New set of downs after the completion. The give as they work on that clock. He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play and gets the first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Hand off from the shotgun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the Vols will try to run out the clock in this final minute. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. downs. The ball's at the 28, and it's 3rd and long. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Timeout called by the defense, 29 seconds to go.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
I wasn't sure that one was going to get there, but had just enough gas to make it over the crossbar. And that will extend their lead even further.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. They'll break up this drive from the 30-yard line. Off play action on 1st down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. Touchdown Gamecocks! A Lazarus-like comeback is underway.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
And he strolls into the end zone and gets the 2. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. He'll call for the fair catch here. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. The quarterback takes a knee. Plenty of fireworks in this one. A lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
It's amazing how much offense has just boomed in college football. So good. So many ways to hurt you. You saw both of these offenses put on a show today, Jess.
Dave, we talked to both of these coaching staffs, and their defensive coordinators were losing sleep all week. They knew this was going to be a tough task ahead of them. So much speed, so much firepower on both of these offenses. And, man, we saw that here today.
And with that, the season comes... Welcome, everyone, to AT&T Stadium, home of the Cowboys here in Arlington, Texas. As we'll see the number 21 team in the country, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on the 22nd-ranked team in the land, the Tennessee Volunteers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Kickoff team on the field, ready to start this postseason classic. Fielded in the end zone. It's Bishop. I imagine he's good. An earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. To the ground with the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Quarterback making checks. Looking for a man. It's Aguilar. Unleashes it. Pulls it in. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football. Had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The ball's headed quickly to the line. Back to pass on second down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Makes the catch down the right side. Touchdown, Volunteers! Once he got some room, it was over.
And I think in the pre-snap, I think both of these guys were on the same page. They had a look defensively that let them know we can pitch this thing way down the field. I'm going to go run under it and make a big play for it.
Yeah, when I'm a receiver, I'm like, I'm open, right? I'm going straight down the field. Throw me the football. I got the speed. I can beat this guy. You can tell they've done that so much in practice. They knew it was second nature, and they executed it perfectly.
On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They'll run the screen. He's past the 30. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down. Pass completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Leaves it with the back. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They've got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Looking for space to the left. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Back to pass, it's Reed. Hauls it in. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Back to pass. Under fire. as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30. We'll see if they have enough time to get another snap before the clock hits 0. Hands it off. And he'll be stopped for no gain and will be stopped for the end of the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Tennessee 7, Texas A&M 0.
First play of the period will be a second down. Looking to fire. Finds his big tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
See, I like this tight end because he's not just running flat routes and little stick routes and drags. This guy can get vertically down the field. He showed you his speed there running the crosser.
In the red area, it's Moss. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Looking to throw, it's Reed. Steps away to find some room. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Aggie.
Hey, when everything else is covered, sometimes you just got to look to the big fella. I mean, it might not be the right matchup, but I got the size, I can throw it to him, and he rewards you with the speed.
The extra point here would tie the game. And he made the extra point without problem. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll run it out of the shotgun. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. And the Volunteers will hustle to the line. To the air on second down. Looking for a deep man. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
Well, this defense was ready for go-balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. They get to the line quickly. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Looking down the middle. Hauls it in easily enough for the first down. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. The definition of four-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a...
Ernie on the Jets. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Whatever the fastest tempo they have is, that's what they'll use. Dropping back, it's Aguilar. Rushes on him. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw.
4 wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Throws to the back. This time he's got his man. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
The Volunteers getting set on 1st and 10. Looking for room, it's Lewis. And he waltzes in for the score.
just going to galvanize this entire football team. Really nice job being physical, and that sends a message. We're not just taking the lead. There's a lot of football left. We are going to keep trying to run this ball down your throat.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Quarterback on the keeper. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Man, I love that play by this corner. You know why? When you run the option and that thing gets spread out, your DBs have to commit to tackling. And how about the cornerback coming up, sticking his face in the fan, and making a play? You love to see DBs tackle like that.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw, it's Reed. Lets it fly. And it's incomplete, going for the massive, explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
Well, they hooked up already once for a score today, so the quarterback's going back to him again deep down the field, but it falls in.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense, because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes a catch, 1st down, and maybe a lot more. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Trying to make magic with his feet. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49.
1st and 10, the whole menu open. You can run the football. You can do whatever you want. You can tell they call a pass. He does a really good job in the pocket, just being a great athlete. Scramble outside, go get another 1st down, 1st and 10 again.
It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line. On the move, it's Moss. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. We saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Wants to throw. It's Reed. Shoots it to the left. It's complete. Brought down at the 31. It is a 1st down.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
And he will wisely scamper out of bounds. No need to take unnecessary hits.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy, because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
And the Aggies with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Forced out of the pocket. Out of space. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. The Aggies have it with a 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a man. Lets it fly. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
And a golden opportunity slips away from the defense there. That's one he'd love to have back. He knows he should have come away with the interception there in the red zone.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Aggies!
Man, it's picture-perfect execution by this offense. That is how you close a half. Chewing up some time, getting in the end zone, a chance to tie this up and feel really good about yourself going into halftime.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And the extra point is good. They march 79 yards on the drive, and they close the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. To the air. It's Aguilar. Throwing right. Intercepted. Oh, what a play. Takes it the other way. Stepped out of bounds right at the 17-yard line after the pick. Final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. And the holder will put it down on the left hash, a 34-yard attempt coming. It's good. Easy call for the ref. And they've regained the lead.
Texas A&M 17, Tennessee 14.
And the Vols will kick it away to start the second half. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line.
First and 10.
This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. The screen, and watch out! And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
They're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. He leaves it with his back. Not a lot of daylight. He gets 1 to the 32.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
And a big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
There he goes. He's loose. He's at the top, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Aggie. Boy, did he just scorch that defense with that score.
He shows you all of it, Reese. He's got the speed, he's got the agility. This dude's a big-time playmaker. You just give him the ball, and he'll find different ways to kill you on different plays.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10.
Texas A&M 24, Tennessee 14.
Fair catch, called for and made. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll go to the ground. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Back to pass, it's Aguilar. Bringing the heat. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Gonna take a shot. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. After making the interception, he set to